Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to a very Oscar edition of the Seaman Cinema Sit-Down. That's right, folks, Oscar Day is upon us, and I have three movies that I've seen that I've not had a chance to talk about yet because, as I mentioned in a previous video, my work schedule was insane during the month of February. But we got three Oscar movies to get through that I've seen. I've seen all of them except Call Me By Your Name and Phantom Thread. I want to get all the reviews out there. So tonight we're gonna start with a movie that's got a lot of buzz, and I don't necessarily know if I understand all of it. This is also going to be a 5-minute-ish mild spoiler review. I have a lot to say about this movie, so we might go past the 5-minute mark, but we're gonna try to stay in it. You know the deal. Pull up a chair, take a seat. Tonight I am talking Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. And we're going to flip it up because I'm not a huge fan of the movie. We're going to end with the bad because I want to get into that more. So for me, the good definitely has to start and almost end with the acting. The performances in this movie are fantastic. Frances McDormand is brilliant as Mildred. You really feel the pain that she's going through, not having anyone solve the pain, the frustration of not having anyone solve her, her daughter's murder, rape. And I mean, she is super funny sometimes. I mean, just the way her attitude and the way she reacts to things, she really makes you laugh. And the dark humor in this movie is very, very good. Frances McDormand, huge player in that field, but she is brilliant in the movie. If she wins the Oscar, very, very well deserved. Might not be my pick. We'll see. But certainly well deserving of being in the running. She was unbelievable. Sam Rockwell. I love Sam Rockwell. He's phenomenal in everything he does. Such a great character actor. He is brilliant in this movie. His character, Dixon, happens to be the character that I have the most issues with. But what he is given to do, Sam Rockwell does very, very well. He plays a really, really good dirtbag racist cop. He just plays the role very well. He executes it very well. The character we have issues with, we will get there. Woody Harrelson, also phenomenal. So glad that he was nominated for an Oscar after not getting anything for the Golden Globes. I was watching this movie at the beginning going, at this rate, how is he not nominated, when Sam Rockwell got a Globe? I think he might be better than Sam Rockwell. For the bit of the movie that he is in, he is right there toe for toe with Sam Rockwell. But he exits about a little less than halfway through the movie, which, understandable. If Sam Rockwell is the guy, he definitely had to do more and was very good at what he did. But Woody Harrelson was brilliant. I love Woody Harrelson. He's always brilliant. Huge fan of his. He plays, Chief Willoughby, who the Billboards are directed at. He plays Chief Willoughby, and he plays him so well. But it's a funny thing with all these characters, and all the characters in the movie, they all have very unredeemable qualities. The supporting acting in this movie is also brilliant. Peter Dinklage, who plays James, who's just a common townsman dwarf. He's brilliant, brings a really unique perspective when he's on screen, but again, very little to do. Samara Weaving, who plays Penelope. Oh my gosh, man, they gave her so little, and she was maybe the brightest spot in the movie for me. Plays Mildred's husband's teenage girlfriend, and she is the perfect combination of innocent and sweet and ditzy. She just makes you laugh at how innocent she is, but she's completely clueless. And then every once in a while, she says something that makes sense. She's really, really good. Clark Peters, who plays the new Chief Abercrombie, he's really, really good. Daryl Britt-Gibson, who plays Jerome, and Caleb Landry Jones, who plays Red Welby, all excellent. The supporting cast in this movie really elevates the main acting. Your heavy hitters get elevated by all the people that are around them. So the acting in this movie across the board is phenomenal. The dark humor is, really, really well done. Although, again, it's one of these movies where you're in a situation laughing at things that maybe you shouldn't laugh at. There are some legit emotional punches in the movie. The writing has moments, but for me, and this is where we flip to the bad, the writing lacked a lot. I really felt like this movie was incomplete. It wasn't completely fleshed out. Martin McDonagh, who I really like in Bruges, great movie. He's from Great Britain. Very clear that he does not have roots here in the States. He fell flat in a lot of things for me. The movie for me doesn't say very much. It doesn't have very much to say. One of the big things is race. Race in Middle America is huge, and especially race relations between the police is huge. And I didn't think McDonagh had very much to say about it. And, other than if you're a cop, you can pretty much get away with anything. Like I said, Dixon's character, we were told that he tortured minorities in custody. We don't get to see that, and I think that's probably because the visual will be very, very strong and be very hard to buy his redemption arc that he gets at the end of this movie. That really he doesn't earn and doesn't make any sense for me. But knowing that, I think if you saw it on camera, it might have been hard to buy into what McDonough tries to do at the end of the movie. I don't care. You still got to put it in there. It's a really major blow. It's a really major, knock on this character, and to not see it kind of, again, I think it sets you up so that you can buy into what McDonough tries to do at the end of the movie with his redemption. But I didn't buy it. He physically assaults Red Welby, throws him out a window, beats him up in front of the new police chief, who happens to be a black man, who happens to know the rumors about Dixon. And he comes in and just takes his badge and his gun and, basically says you're fired. No arrests, no anything. The consequences in this movie are minuscule. This is the 5-minute mark. I have to go long because I got more to say. The thing that drove me nuts too about this movie, all these characters are shitty. All of them. They're all bad people. I mean, you feel for Frances McDormand, but then she goes and, basically lights up the police department with Dixon inside, not realizing that Dixon is inside, of course. But, the things she does are unspeakable and gets away with it no problem because, all right, yeah, you got to feel bad about her daughter and stuff like that. But also people hate her because she puts up these billboards. Obviously Sam Rockwell's character, they give him this redemption arc where he tries to save the day at the end, and he ends up being wrong. And it just doesn't make any sense. And then him and Frances McDormand get together toward the end of the movie, and they go to do something that tells you none of them learned anything. Nobody in this movie learns a darn thing about anything. The only thing I took away from it is that you can be a terrible human being, and get away with a lot and not have to serve, major consequences, especially if you're a police officer. It fell flat for me. There's no earning for redemption. No one learns from their actions. You just sit there and you go, okay, so what is this movie supposed to be telling me? I think there's something there to be explored, and if Martin McDonough would have explored it more, okay. Golden Globes giving him writing is outrageous, and giving the movie best movie from the movies that I've seen, also outrageous to me. I don't expect this to win the Oscar. I really don't. I'd be shocked if the Oscars wouldn't, recognize some of the other films that are in the categories. So that is my review of 3 Billboards. We went about a minute and a half over what we should have. 6.5-minute review. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie. I definitely don't think it's an Oscar-worthy movie. But there are certainly some Oscar-worthy performances. We'll see what happens tonight, when everything goes down. We'll see who takes home the big awards. But you've heard it here from the Seaman first. I do not expect Ebbing, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, to win any of the big ones outside of Frances McDormand and Sam Rockwell. I think they've got the best shot, but the movie, it kind of fell flat for me. So, that's all I got to say. You know what to do now, man. Hit those comments. Let me know what you thought about the movie. This has been a very, very talked about movie. It's inspired a lot of conversation. And I guess because of that, kudos. But that, for me, doesn't make it a great movie. So let me know what you thought. Did you like it? Did you understand it? Am I missing something? Do you agree with me or disagree with me? If you like the video, hit the thumbs up sign. If you're not part of the squad, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you can get alerts every time a new video of mine goes up. For the Seaman Cinema Sit Down, I am the Seaman and I am signing off. Peace, my babies.